Hey guys, it's me, my face, and I'm yelling over the air conditioning. Tonight's beer is Lord Hobo 617 Titletown. We've seen this a few times before. I did a couple of test videos, and the sound of the air conditioner, it's not actually the air conditioning, it's just the fan part, I think is okay. If it's terrible, I just won't do it again, but it's hot. It's hot up here. It almost hit 90 today. And if it's 90 outside, it's 147 wherever I am. Take that as you will. If you're a new visitor, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. So this is my first video since ending Mania, Quarantinia, Sania, May. This is May was a June has not been much better. I stitched on many things. I didn't make a lot of progress. So let's jump in, shall we? The first thing I worked on is my Prairie schooler. This is Misfortune. And I have all but forgotten how to stitch 1 over 1. You know how many times I had to stop and go back because I was doing 1 over 2? Because how do you not notice that on the first stitch? Yeah, I did. So there was probably more picking than stitching, but I made a little progress, and it felt nice to work on this again. It felt nice to work on something just in my hand and not have to have the either the Andrea, words, come on, you've done this before. The lap stand or my Lowry or something holding it for me, because this hand is junk right now. So I can't really hold the heavy projects, but this little guy was just fine. The second project that I worked on is Templar Prophecy. I am not entirely sure if what you are seeing is the where I was last time we talked, because I feel like this is a lot of progress that I don't remember doing. So I don't know. All I know is last night I worked on this little bit over here, just kind of filling in. But this seems like new from the last time I took a picture. So either way, I did some things. I say this. The thing I learned from doing Quarantinia was that I really like being able to see progress on a project. A month might be a bit much, but I'm thinking maybe every other week working on this exclusively in June. So this coming week I will work on it exclusively. After that I'll stitch anything I want, and then after that, you understand what every other week means. I'm hoping with that kind of cadence I will see, you will see, more better progress, rather than just like, yeah, look at that, 8 stitches. Sure. As we all know, it's easier to work on a thing when you work on a thing. The next thing that I worked on is Death by Cross Stitch. And again, I didn't do, this is going to be a bear for me to hold up. Let's see, let's do this way, and we're looking over here. I'm going to hold it up, and if it gets weird, I will just put up a still image. But you can kind of see, I just filled in a little more around the Pegasus. This was a good project to be working on. I think we were watching Paranormal Caught on Tape or something. So you don't have to pay too much attention to that show, because again, they're going to show you the same thing 67 times. You're going to see it. But I didn't have to swap out colors or anything like that, so this was nice working on that the other night. I wish I could have worked on it longer, but I didn't. I don't know where I was going with that. So that is it for my normal projects that I have been working on. I did have a new start that I spoke about last week briefly. This is a small that I designed to honor Bast, or Bastet, the Egyptian goddess. She's been helping me take care of the cats. Today they're not having a great day. Socks again has decided he doesn't want to eat very much. He's not getting his hairballs up. It's pretty gross. So we're working on that. Trust me, you never want to get to a point in your life where you are actively walking around behind a cat, begging it to throw up and checking every 10 minutes to see if there's poop. That's not somewhere you want to be. Anyway, I started to stitch this just for me. I wanted to test, I made the pattern on, my software, but I wanted to see if it would translate into something good. And so far, I'm giving it like a B-. I can give you a little sneak peek. That's just one of the top corners. But, pretty clearly this is going to be the top of a cauldron. And that cauldron's a big one. I made a big cauldron. I think maybe I need to cut it like in half. But we'll see. So that's what I started working on. As soon as I finish stitching it once, I will do my little video about what prompted me to design it and what I'm going to do with it and how it's going to be used and how you can get you some and all that. So it's coming. What I did use for the first time on that small is the Peacemaker needles that I got in my haul like 2 weeks ago, maybe, or a week ago. I liked using the needle. It was fine. It felt very thin compared to what I usually use. But I already broke the eye. And I feel like that is probably from the needle threader that I use is kind of hefty. So maybe I need to use a little more delicate one. I can't stand the wire ones, but maybe I need to find a smaller needle threader. So I was kind of disappointed that it broke that quickly, but it may just have been, yeah. That said, I have more needles than I know what to do with. I'm fine. I don't really have any haul this week. I got an air conditioner, so there's that. And I got in the mail as well. I've been ordering an awful lot of things, like right now, to the point that I'm sitting here trying to remember what it is I bought. It wasn't Stitchy related. Yeah, I can't even remember what came in this past week, but I do know that I have another big order with Walmart, who I don't want to order from Walmart, but I did. I ordered new curtains for downstairs. I ordered a toaster oven, which we have not had in years because I'm afraid of toaster ovens. I'm afraid of toaster ovens. Just full stop. I'm afraid of toaster ovens. These are, the ways that, your mother can damage your psyche throughout your life. She one time told me, you always have to unplug the toaster oven because otherwise it will catch on fire and it will burn the house down. And I lived like that for a long, long time, always unplugging the toaster oven, to the point that when I think ours broke, I just said, no more toaster ovens. I'm not living in this state of panic anymore. I miss having a toaster oven. So I bought one that supposedly will let me put a pizza in there. I'm very excited about that idea. So that should be here in the next, I don't know how many days. And since I was ordering and already had free shipping, I had to get a couple of pairs of shorts because I'm working from home all summer and it's hot. It's hot. What else did I get? I got way too many things. I bought things. Oh, I bought dry shampoo. I know I have that coming. So nothing stitchy. Hopefully that comes in the next week or so because dry shampoo, I need that. It's so nice to have my hair back. It's so nice. Unless you've been living under a rock, you know that the past couple of weeks have been tumultuous, to say the least. I live in a small city in, hi Peeper, in Massachusetts, and we have a very high concentration of both Black and Latina people. And we've had several protests in the city. One night did get, I think somebody was referring to it as spicy. It was getting spicy. Tear gas was used. Force was used in several cases, and that was scary. It was scary to watch it on the news. It was scary to be sitting here, 4 or 5 miles away from where it was happening. So, not in my backyard, but still, there were a lot of fireworks going off, and we could hear them going off, and then we could hear them on the news, and, the copters were going by. It was very tense. It was a very tense night. Luckily, for the past few days, it seems like the protests have not been interrupted by people looking to start violence or looking to take something that should be a positive message and something that requires respect to listen to, and turning it into just a free-for-all. So luckily those people apparently have moved on, and now we are left with protesters who have something to say. So yeah, it's been a really emotional time watching all of this unfold, and really having to admit your privilege that I'm watching these videos and horrified at the thought of police acting with this level of brutality, when people that I am friends with, people I know, people I work with, people whose videos I watch, or people who watch my videos, have been living in the thick of it for their entire lives. And I knew, but I didn't know. I was aware, but I wasn't. And that is, that's where privilege shows, is when you are completely shocked at the obvious levels of discrimination that have been going on, for decades. So I am trying not to hide under my white rock anymore, as much as I have been. And, hopefully I can be a help. And if you think that I sat here and agonized over whether I should talk about this, whether I should put up a sign that says Black Lives Matter, rest assured I did not. This is not a political issue. It's a moral one. This isn't politics. This is your very soul. I know last week I sent you over to Bendy Stitchy Michelle's channel to learn about some fundraising that she and others are doing for cancer research. This week I would like to send you over to see Emily C. over at Eclectic Possessions. It's Duck Derby time. And Farm Girl, if you want to head over there, has put up a very interesting video regarding that. So go take a look. I think that's all I have for you this week. Hopefully with a week of only working on Templar Prophecy, we should have some good progress next week. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. And thank you so much for your comments. I read them all and I appreciate them. Bye, guys.